record hot week, with temperatures nearing 100 degrees Fahrenheit. For the first time in our history, we had to implement an extreme heat policy, allowing men to take a 10-minute break between the third and fourth sets if a player made the request, and women were entitled to take a 10-minute break after the second set. We went through thousands of towels, and players were guzzling as much as 2.5 gallons of water each during matches. Just walking around the grounds made me feel like I was going to melt into the asphalt. I could just imagine the physical toll felt by our players. Having played in Melbourne, Australia, and Hotlanta myself, I knew what they were going through. On the night of the women's finals, the President's Suite was packed to capacity with VIPs from well-heeled corporate titans to celebrities, including Robin Roberts, Taraji P. Henson, Shonda Rhimes, Judy Smith, Mayor David Dinkins, and Dr. Mehmet Oz. Getting this coveted invitation takes months of delicate negotiations that can become politically fraught, because everyone wants a spot, especially during the finals. But our guests must earn the privilege of being there. Each year, the U.S. Tennis Association, USTA, uses the opportunity to recognize our biggest supporters, individuals who have promoted the sport in various ways as donors, influencers, and fans. I also exercised my prerogative as the first African-American chairman and president to invite family, friends, and business partners of color who brought more flavor into a historically white suite. In America, we still primarily live in segregated social circles, and people naturally gravitate toward others who look like them. The USTA has had only 9 Black directors on its board, including me, in its 138 years of existence. Without hesitation, under my lead, the President's Suite was going to reflect my priority to elevate diversity and inclusion. Sitting with me in the front row was tennis great Virginia Wade, and executive advisor Roberta Graves, and my girls from Northwestern were in the surrounding seats. I'd been having a blast watching 2 of my favorite players, Serena Williams and Naomi Osaka, the GOAT, greatest of all time and the future, battle it out on the center court. I'd had my eye on Naomi for a while. Her performance throughout that entire 2018 U.S. Open had been extraordinary. Even more outstanding was her laser focus and a poise that was well beyond her years. Off-court, her shy demeanor belied a fierce competitiveness. It seemed like nothing could ruffle this 20-year-old phenomenon. Of Haitian and Japanese descent, Naomi was born in Japan and grew up mostly in the U.S., although it was decided early on by her parents that she would represent Japan as a player. If she won this match, it would make her the first top-ranked Asian player in the history of the sport. She was also a Black woman playing against another Black woman who had made history. The pressure Naomi felt must have been immense. But she has learned how to tune out the distractions and be fully in the game. This match, against an icon of the sport whom she had admired her whole life, was no different. I could see that Naomi was in a zone. With just moments to go in the match, I left my seat to prepare for the trophy presentation. Although anything can happen in the final few games of a match, Naomi was leading and was theoretically 2 games away from winning, which meant it was time to make my way down to the court to perhaps crown a new Grand Slam tournament champion, or sit there for a long comeback and crown a champion of a record-tying 24 Grand Slam tournament titles holder. The score was 4-3 in the second set, and Naomi had just broken Serena Williams' serve. As chair and president of the U.S. Tennis Association, one of my favorite parts of the job was to stand on the podium and present the trophies to the winner and runner-up, a ceremony that takes place almost as soon as the players have shaken hands over the net. Having been a player and dreamed of winning a major myself, this was the closest I got to ever holding the coveted champion trophy.